myself. Um, these right here. Okay. Now, mind you, the video that you're watching may not play it back in the 1080p high definition that these cameras are. So when you're looking at your cameras through your phone, it's going to be 1080p high definition. But if you're playing it off Facebook, like watching this video off Facebook, it's not probably won't play it back in 1080p high definition, no, unless you're on a laptop and you have a good internet signal. There's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to that, but they are 1080p high definition. So they're very easy to use. You just have it on your phone. So you're gonna click on the app right here. Oh crap. Okay, right here. That's the app, and then you click on it, whatever camera you want to go to. We'll go to the one that I have kind of up high on the telephone pole. Now it's dark and it's raining. It's been raining all day, so excuse me if the vision's a little. We got water on the lens or something like that, but usually it does pretty good. The water rolls right off the lens because they got it protected on it. That's how it acts anyhow. Okay, now as far as the motion detection goes, if you want to go to today's Thursday, let's say Tuesday, 2 o'clock, something came up missing out of my yard. So we're going to go to Tuesday, and then the time, which is in Army time, so 2 o'clock would be, I think 10. No, it would be 2 o'clock would be 12 o'clock. 1200 is what it would be called. So let's go to 1200. I could be wrong. I don't know Army time very well, but now I have my sensitivity setting up real high. That's what all these yellow lines are because they're picking up everything moving. Like right now, I don't know if you can see it. See that bird that just flew by? It's either that or this flag. You see it's picking that up. Now they do have an option to where it'll record 24/7. If you stick an SD card in your camera, it will record 24/7. But if you're using the cloud, you have two options. The 24/7 costs a little more, but the event mode, which is the motion detection, um, it doesn't cost as much as the continuous recording is what it's called. See how I caught that bird flying by? So it can be really sensitive at times. So if there's a sensitivity setting, you don't have to have it up that high. Okay, now let's go to the. I'm sorry, didn't mean to back out there. So well, I wish I was doing this during the day, but I have a few people that want the video, and the video that I have that I showed people originally is in my old phone, and the charging port stopped working, so I had to switch phones. But okay, so this at the bottom left-hand corner is going to be your. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button here. Hold on, I'm sorry. At the bottom left-hand corner, this is going to be your sound. Now there is sound. I have a microphone in, so it's not going to play it. I have the microphone plugged in the auxiliary jack, but I'm going to take it out for a second. I hope it don't stop the video though. So I click the bottom left-hand corner button. Sound comes on night. So, and then all right, plug the microphone back in. Now, if you want to take pictures, it's going to be the button next to it. You just click on it. It'll take the picture for you. Save it on your phone. If you want to talk through the camera, now mind you that I have a microphone plugged in. We're not by the camera, but you can talk through them. They do have two-way audio. If you want to record manually, you'll hit the button next to it, and then it'll save it in your phone. You got to record it a little longer than what I just did. You can switch it to standard definition or high definition. Now, mind you, like I said, you may not be getting the same 1080p high definition played back to you when you're watching this video, but they are 1080p high definition. This right here, the bottom, that's the button that's above it, the auto tracking. What that's going to do is cause the camera to turn, follow movement, and record the movement like it's doing right now. It's picking up the rain, but like I said, my sensitivity setting is pretty high. And it'll record it, store it on your phone, and follow it, and send you a notification. Now there's settings to where if you don't want to get notified every time there's movement, you can turn it off and on. Now here's your LED lights. Okay, they have 6 built inside. You can turn up the brightness, and they have 3 settings in the settings options: manual, and then automatic, to where if they see motion they'll turn on, and then there's a timer if you want your lights to come on. See, that's what I have. You see that? Those are my lights. Now the camera, it's got the infrared, so it makes it look kind of bright. I mean, they are, but they're not rounded out like that as far as the brightness. But and then next to this you have an alarm. I'm not going to hit it, but it'll make an alarm go off in the camera, and you can have that on also. to where when the camera sees movement, that alarm will go off. Now, you don't have to have that on. I don't, because it can get pretty annoying, because I like to pick up everything, and it's going to, like right now, it would be going off because of the rain. But you don't have to have that on. And then next to this is your shooting angles. Now, if you want your camera to turn back to a certain position when it's auto tracking, that's how you'll do that. Okay. The rest of this stuff, man, is pretty much self-explanatory. Here is the cloud prices, and they're pretty cheap. They're really reasonable. Um, so it's you got your Event Pro and your 24/7 recording, which is continuous. This is your cheapest option is going to be right here. Your Event Pro for 7 days, which is going to be $2 a month. And if you wanted to pay for all year, what is this? Okay, if you want it for your service length, okay, if you want it for 1 month, it's $2. If you want it for all year, it's going to be $15 a year, which is dirt cheap. But if you want to go all out and get everything for the longest storage capacity possible, it's going to be $159, and that's for the whole year, which is $13 a month. But really, that's a little much because it's recording all the time. So if you wanted to go with the Event Pro, we'll say 15 days for a month, it's going to be $20. Okay, and that's going to pay for it all year. Okay. And like I said, you could put an SD card in it too, to where you don't have to worry about a monthly fee, and that'll be free once you buy the SD card, which they're like $12, $13 at Walmart. Maybe 15. I'd have to look, but I know they're no more than $15 at Walmart. 128 gigabytes. That's going to get you about 30 days worth of storage. And here's the videos. If you record just like I did, or take a picture, you're going to look at them here. Now, I've already went over how you're going to look at your motion detection videos. Let's go over the settings real quick. And then I have an auto tracking video to show you how the auto tracking works that I'm going to attach to this. Now you can name your cameras to, front door, back door. That's what this is up top. And then right under it, if you want to share your camera with a family member or a friend, you'll go ahead and put in their email. They have to have the app on their phone with their own account set up. You'll put their email in, and then the camera will pop up on their app. Now, that limits them to certain functions. They can't delete videos. They can't watch the motion detected videos. But if you want, say it's your wife and you want her to have all of the features, she'll just put in your information when she sets up her account on her phone through the app, okay? And it'll give her the same features that you have. If not, you'll just do it like this and then put in the email, and it'll give her the only option she'll have is she'll be able to watch the cameras. That's it. NVIF, these cameras are compatible with NVRs, meaning like a DVR, but it has to be an NVR. So you can watch them on a monitor and watch all the cameras at one time, stuff like that. And it gives you more storage too. And those are pretty cheap. I mean, they run anywhere from $30 to $500. It just depends how much storage you're going to get, and pretty much how upgraded you want it, pretty much. Shooting angle, you're not going to mess with that. That's for different cameras. These have, pretty much you could set them the same way. LED control, these are the settings that I was telling you about. You can turn them off manually through the app when you're on the camera. Alert trigger mode is when they see movement, they'll turn on. They also have a timer, so if you want the camera to stay on for 450 seconds after it sees the motion, that's how you would set that, okay? And it goes all the way up to 600 seconds. Timing mode, that's when basically, like if you want your lights to be on at 8 at night till 8 in the morning, that's how you'll do that. And then your status light, there's a green light that's going to blink on the camera that shows you that it's on. If you want your cameras to make it pretty much look like it's not working, you'll turn that off, okay? And then this is your motion detection. The alert sound I have off because, like I said, I have my sensitivity setting up pretty high on most of these cameras. It'll keep going off. There's also a alert as far as your motion detection sensitivity. This is where you'd go for that. It's 0 through 5. 4 is pretty high, so is 5. 3 is kind of high. If you don't want to get everything, I would go with about a 2, maybe a 3. You just have to play around with it and see what fits you. Okay, and then your volume, which is on for video on and off, is when you're looking at your cameras and you load them up. It's going to say video on through the camera and then video off when you back out of it. And then camera online is when it, say if you just hooked them up and you wanted to hear it say camera ready, pretty much it'll say that once the camera is ready to go and you have it hooked up. Okay, speaker volume is how loud it is through the camera when you talk through it. Notifications on your phone. And then the microphone volume is how sensitive your mic's going to be. Language and time zone, their time zone sync, so you want to hit that and it'll sync your cameras to the right time zone. And then encryption mode, you want it on default because what it does is it keeps your cameras from being hacked. It generates a random encryption code every time you log in and out of your cameras. That way, nobody can hack your cameras, at least not as easily. I don't know how protected that is, but I do know I've been doing this for about 3 years now, selling the same kind of camera, and I have not had one person tell me that their cameras have been hacked. Let's see, TF card record settings, that's your SD card. If you're using one, your cloud storage, we already went to that. All this stuff down here is pretty much self-explanatory. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Let me see. Every once in a while, you might want to go over here to the bottom right-hand corner to your settings for all the cameras and clear your cache. I do it once every few months if I have to. And it seems like it makes them a little faster at sometimes because I don't know what the cache does. I don't even know much about it. I'm not a tech genius. I know a lot about these cameras, but as far as technology, I don't know. But I was told to clear the cache every once in a while. Other than that, here's the auto tracking video.